I'll say it right away. If you don't manage your money properly, or if your management method is poorly designed from a mathematical perspective, you'll keep losing money. Even if you have the best trading strategy in human history, a large deposit, and good control over your emotions, none of that matters if you mismanage your funds. If you're new and just thinking about starting trading, you're really lucky to find this video. Let's go.
Let's start with the basics. Many of you watching might already be familiar with this, but I need to cover it before we dive into money management. Look, binary options currency pairs pay you 70 to 98% of your trade amount if your trade was successful. It means if you win, you get 70 to 98% of your trade back. If you lose, you'll lose 100%. So if you trade without any strategy and open random trades, which means your win rate is 50%, you will slowly but surely lose money because you don't get 100% back when you win. So that means your win rate has to be high enough to cover the commission. And your average payout percentage on the currency pairs that you trade on has to be high enough to ensure you profit, considering your win rate. The higher the payout, the lower your win rate needs to be to make a profit. Here's the win rate you need to make money, depending on the average payout. For a 70% average payout, you need a win rate of 59%, but if you have a 95% average payout, you need a win rate of 51%. The absolute majority of traders on binary options don't even look at the payout percentage. And that fact really shocks me. Guys, if you trade on pairs with a 70% payout, you need almost a 59% win rate just to make any profit at all. You're just shooting yourself in the foot by not paying attention to the payout percentage of the currency pair you're trading. Alright, let's take a look at the first method of money management. Classic fixed amount. Its name speaks for itself. Your trade amount is fixed and is usually around 5% from your deposit. So let's say your win rate is 58% and your average payout is 85%. You are making 3 trades a day every day. You'll grow your deposit by 33% in a month and 395% in a year. Let's quickly look at the good and bad of this method. Good. Your trade amount is 5% from your deposit, which makes it impossible to lose your balance if you manage to get a losing streak. It's simple. You just set the amount once and forget about it until your balance grows to the point where your trade amount is less than 5% of your balance. You can open a new trade without waiting for the completion of the previous trade. As in other management methods, the size of the next trade depends on the outcome of the previous one. It significantly decreases the amount of emotional pressure if you are a very emotional person. Bad. Your profit is limited. With fixed trade amount, you might make less money than with riskier methods. You can't increase your trade amount when the chances to win are higher. And that's pretty much all for this type of money management. It's really easy and very low risk method that is just perfect for beginners. Besides the classic method, there are other ways like Martingale, anti-Martingale, and my custom one that I've designed for binary options. Martingale means you increase your trade amount after a loss to cover it. Imagine you start with $100. Your first trade is $10. If it loses, the next one is $24. If that loses, next step is $58 until you win. When you finally win, you get back all your losses and make some profit. And in binary options, you need to multiply your trade not by 2.2 but by 2.4 because the average payout is 85%. This method's risk depends on how big your deposit is and how small your starting trade amount. For example, with a $100 deposit starting at $10 per trade, you can't cover more than 3 losses in a row.
You're broke! You're fucking poor!
The chance of you getting 3 losses in a row is 12.5% if you trade with a 50% win rate. And if your win rate is 60%, then the chance is 6.4%, which is still very, very high. But let's say you have $2,000 on your account and you start with $1. In this case, you can survive 9 losses in a row. If you trade with 50% win rate, the chance of you getting 9 losses in a row is 0.195%, or about 1 case out of 512. And with a 60% win rate, the chance of losing everything is 0.026%, or about 1 case out of 3,846. Is 0.026% high? It's for you to decide. Even though I've traded using Martingale from time to time and have never hit a fatal losing streak, I don't use it anymore. But I'm okay with traders who do, especially if they have a large deposit. So, if you are not scared of a 0.026% chance, here's how to trade with Martingale. Use it, but remember to put a lucky charm on your laptop. And finally, custom 3 steps limited anti-Martingale,
or just triplets.
This method is completely different from Martingale because we increase our trade amount when we win, not when we lose. And after the 3rd trade, we go back to the trade amount that we have begun with, regardless of the trade's result. Let me show you the math. Let's say your average payout is 85%. Your trade amount is $10. You trade with the fixed trade amount method, and your win rate is 50, 55, 60, or 70%. On average, every 10 trades, your balance will change by this amount. And here is the same info for the triplet method. As you can see, with the triplet trading strategy, you boost your profit by 2 times, but increase your risk by 1.6 times, not 2 times. This is because of win streaks. If you lose 3 times in a row, you lose $30. But if you win 3 times, you make $78. The best case scenario using this method is to catch 3 wins in a row and then start over with a $10. This strategy rewards your win rate more, making each percentage of win rate more profitable. For example, with a 70% win rate, the classic strategy makes you $29 in 10 trades. With triplets, you make $65. Let me show you a real example. There are 8 possible outcomes of 3 trades. This being said, trading this way, you'll end up in one of these scenarios. To calculate how your deposit changes on average with a 50% win rate, we need to sum up these numbers and divide by 8. This way, we assume each scenario is equally possible. So, if you open random trades with a 50% win rate, you will lose $3.7 on average per triplet, or 12.6 every 10 trades you make. Now let's see what you make if you trade with a plan, control your emotions, and manage risk well. In other words, let's calculate an average income per triplet for different win rates. To find out the average profit per triplet with a certain win rate, we need to write down how much money each of the 8 outcomes gives. Calculate the chance of each outcome with a particular win rate. Multiply the money from each outcome by its chance. Add up all the numbers. Find the average profit per triplet. To remove any doubts about my calculations, I'll do them right here in the video with ChatGPT. Now, after all this information, you might ask, how much should I deposit? For the classic method, I would say the minimum deposit is $100. Start trade amount is $5. The most important thing is losing this money should not hurt your pocket too much. If you don't have at least $100 to start trading, or losing this money would be a big deal for you, then don't deposit real money. I mean, if you want to make money, go work. If you want fun, watch a movie, cook yourself a salad. but don't get into trading without free money you can afford to lose. But I want to learn trading. Well then, open a demo account and learn. Put real money in later. I'm just trying to say, please don't rush. For triplet trading, I'd suggest at least $200. Start trade amount is also $5. And if you want to trade using Martingale, I would recommend at least a $1,000 deposit and starting with a $1 trade amount. But again, I recommend beginners start with the classic system and more experienced folks try triplets. And of course, to boost your win rate as fast as possible, try my free signals. They're free because I offer them through an affiliate partnership with the Pocket Option platform. So if you just register using my referral link, you can copy all my trades, either automatically or manually. Everything's transparent here. I've been giving signals to you guys for over 3 years now. I'm not pushing anyone, but I'd be grateful if you use my referral link to start trading. It motivates me to keep making videos for YouTube.